Hey guys, today we're going to talk about chickens. I've been kind of hitting around about this in the past, a whole lot in the last video and some last year. And when it comes to raising chickens, I don't know anything about them, but I do have a few reasons why I think it's a good idea. First one, obviously, having fresh eggs. This is a store-bought egg. I have no idea what that chicken has been eating, what kind of conditions it was raised under, know nothing about it, other than it's in a box and I'm supposed to crack it open and eat it. Another reason for raising chickens certainly is the meat. I'm like most people, I think. I like fried chicken. Certainly I like barbecue wings, dipping them in that ranch sauce. Man, that's some kind of good. But again, it would be nice to know what those chickens have been eating and exactly where they came from. Another reason for having chickens, and one that really interests me, is this stuff right here. This is goat manure, big old pile of manure that's just about composted down. I had to bring this in from another farm, and in my process of trying to be self-sufficient, I don't need to be going to other farms getting my fertilizer. I need to come up with a way to do it right here. As y'all know, chickens will poop all over the place. Chicken manure is good for your garden. You know, as long as you don't put it on there fresh, real hot, you get that stuff composted or just applied a little bit at a time, it's a great fertilizer. Having a reliable source of manure would help me out tremendously in my gardening. But I got a little bit of problem right here. Unlike my gardening situation where people can ask me for advice, I can tell them a little bit about it because I have some experience with it. When it comes to raising chickens, I don't know anything about them whatsoever. I know I like barbecue wings and I don't like my yolks runny, and I know I have trouble peeling a boiled egg. Outside of that, I don't know anything about raising chickens. I got a whole list of questions right here. Which ones do I need to get if I want layers for eggs? Which ones do I need for meat? How many do I need? What do you feed them? Is there anything that I can grow in my garden that I shouldn't be feeding to chickens? What is the best way to raise them? Do I need to build me a small coop and just keep them cooped up all the time? Do I need to figure out some way where I can just let them run all over the place? Or do I need to build some of them little chicken tractors and maybe drag them up and down the rows in the garden? I got a lot of questions on this stuff. What do you do with them in the wintertime? How do you keep the critters away from them? I have a lot of questions I would like to get answered. I could just go online and Google and Bing, Yahoo, whatever, and look up a bunch of this stuff and write down what other people have said and try to compare notes, but it would be nice if I could find somebody who had first-hand experience. As y'all know, I do that radio broadcast over on prepperbroadcasting.com the first and third Friday of each month, 9 o'clock Eastern. And for Friday night's show, I want to talk about chickens. And given the fact that I really don't know much about chickens, it would be an extremely short discussion on my part. So to be able to make this a worthwhile show and be able to provide factual information from a first-hand standpoint, I need a guest who has a lot of knowledge about chickens, and I was able to find somebody. His name is Paul Wheaton. Yep, the same Paul Wheaton from YouTube that does all the rocket stove videos. A lot of you guys probably know him. His YouTube channel is Paul Wheaton 12. I'll put a link up here and one down below somewhere. Also, he has a website all about permaculture called permies.com. I'll put a link for that down below too. Over on Permies, they got a forum broken down in different categories that covering just about everything to do with permaculture, with the hugelculture, vermicomposting, the little small houses, also the critters, chickens, goats, pigs, energy efficient stuff, some of just about everything over there. I read a lot of posts about the greenhouses in the past when I was looking to build my greenhouse and checking in on how other people had done it, what kind of heating options they had and things like that. And I didn't know about the critter part until recently when I went back and started looking and found out that, yeah, as part of the permaculture deal, basically it's like a self-contained ecological system where the people, the plants, and the animals all work together to get that little continuous cycle going. So in order to be able to get where I want to be in the future, I need to get some chickens, and permies.com was a good place to get some information. For somebody who knows diddly squat about raising chickens, I'm extremely excited about the opportunity to be able to talk to Paul, ask him the questions, get the knowledge and information that he has, and be able to apply to what I'm doing and cut down on my learning curve, so to speak, as far as raising chickens, and hopefully be able to jump right in this thing and just take off and act like I know what I'm doing. Unlike the shows in the past where I have done most of the talking, this one is going to be a little bit different. I think when you ask somebody a question, you need to be prepared to shut up and listen and let them give you the answer. Since I don't know anything about raising chickens, there's going to be a whole lot of silence on my part. Ask the question, then be quiet and wait for Paul to give me his advice, his suggestions of what I need to be doing and what I need to look for to make sure that I do this properly. If you have some interest in chickens, or you have some experience with chickens that you would like to share, or you would like to take part in the discussion, come on over to mhpgardener.com. There's a live chat room down at the bottom of the page where you can participate, or you can just call in. The number to call in is 347-202-0228. Press 1 and the operator puts you on through, and you can ask Paul questions. Maybe you have some things that you would like to know that would be helpful to me that I haven't thought about. So feel free to call in, share your experiences, and we'll try to have a fun, enjoyable conversation and make it helpful to a lot of people. So again, Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, mhpgardener.com, all about chickens with Mr. Paul Wheaton. Ought to be a great show. Y'all take care. Lord willing, we'll see you there.